What if I told you that becoming wealthy has less to do with how smart you are and more to do with how you behave? That's right. Your bank account is more emotional than mathematical. You can know everything about investing, economics, and markets and still stay broke. Meanwhile, someone with no formal financial education could quietly build generational wealth because they understand one thing: the psychology of money. Welcome to Book Bite Audio, where we break down life-changing books, one bite at a time. Today, we're diving into The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, a book that could completely shift the way you think about wealth, risk, success, and even happiness. If you've ever wondered why some people retire early while others work forever, or why so many lottery winners end up broke, stick with me. This book holds insights that could save you years of regret and unlock a life of financial freedom. The first big idea: doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are and everything to do with how you behave. Most people think wealth is a math problem. It's not. It's a behavior game. Discipline, patience, and your relationship with risk matter far more than a finance degree. If building wealth required a PhD, the world's richest would all be professors instead of YouTubers, right? Knowledge doesn't automatically lead to action. Just like knowing about health doesn't guarantee you'll hit the gym, knowing about finance doesn't mean you'll actually save. Behavior trumps IQ. But if behavior is the key, how do we train it? That leads us to the next principle. Luck and risk are siblings. Have you ever envied someone else's success or blamed yourself too harshly for failure? Here's the truth. There's more luck in financial outcomes than we like to admit. Bill Gates went to one of the only high schools in the world with a computer in 1968. That's luck. But he still had to act on it. That's skill. This idea is actually freeing. It reminds us not to judge others too quickly or ourselves too harshly. And it teaches us humility because sometimes we were just lucky or unlucky. So if outcomes aren't always fair, what's the smart move? Morgan Housel says, make yourself financially unbreakable. The most important part of every plan is planning on your plan, not going according to plan. Think about it. Has anything in life ever gone exactly the way you imagined it? You can't predict the economy, the markets, or even your own job in 5 years. That's why the smartest people build a margin of safety, a financial cushion between them and chaos. Save more than you think you need. Avoid debt like it's contagious. Invest with a long-term mindset. Speaking of long-term, what does that even mean? Let's just say it's longer than most people are willing to wait. Which brings us to one of the most powerful ideas in the book, compounding. Warren Buffett made 99% of his wealth after his 50s, not because his strategy changed, but because time amplified his returns. Compounding is the eighth wonder of the world, if you give it time. It's not about getting rich quick. It's about staying invested long enough to let the math work its magic. Think of it like planting a tree and forgetting about it while you live your life. Just don't keep digging it up every week to check the roots. The earlier you start, the more time does the heavy lifting. Even small amounts can turn massive. But be warned, compounding has one major enemy. That enemy? Lifestyle inflation, which ties into our final idea: wealth is what you don't see. The flashy car, the designer watch, the Instagram vacation, these aren't signs of wealth. They're signs of spending. Real wealth is invisible. It's the money not spent. It's the freedom to walk away from a toxic job, take a sabbatical, or invest in your future. It's about options, not objects. The next time you feel behind because you don't have what others flaunt, remember, they might not even own what they're showing off. So let's bring it all together. You don't need to be a genius to master money. You need awareness, discipline, patience, and time. The psychology of money shows that financial success is not about spreadsheets. It's about mindset. And if you've made it this far, you're already ahead. Most people never question their beliefs around money. You just did, but don't stop here. If this book gave you the mindset, the next video on our channel will give you the framework. It's the summary of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a timeless classic that explains how the wealthy think differently about assets, income, and opportunity. Click the video right here on the screen to keep going. Because the road to financial freedom starts with one powerful idea at a time. This is BookBite Audio, bite-sized brilliance from the world's most powerful books. See you in the next one.